That meal you just ate, right now, is being disassembled molecule by molecule inside your body. Every carbohydrate, every fat, every protein you swallowed is being broken down into molecular pieces. And those pieces will be used to power every single cell in your body. The destination is a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate, the universal energy currency that powers literally everything you do. Today we follow food, from the very first bite, through every stage of digestion, absorption, and cellular energy production, all the way to a single molecule of ATP being made inside your mitochondria. What you are about to see will change the way you think about food forever. Digestion begins the moment food enters your mouth, and saliva immediately starts breaking down starch. In the stomach, hydrochloric acid and pepsin begin attacking proteins, unfolding their complex structures and cutting them into shorter peptide chains. Fats are largely unchanged in the stomach. They wait for the small intestine where bile from the liver will emulsify them. In the duodenum, pancreatic enzymes flood in, amylase for carbohydrates, lipase for fats, and proteases for proteins, completing the chemical breakdown. Bile salts surround fat droplets, breaking them into millions of tiny micelles, giving lipase access to attack the fat molecules inside. Now the small intestine, covered in millions of villi and microvilli, absorbs the final products into the bloodstream. Nutrients absorbed from the small intestine travel directly to the liver via the portal vein before reaching the rest of the body. The liver is the body's metabolic control tower, and it makes the critical decision about what to do with the glucose arriving from your meal. If blood glucose is already adequate, the liver converts excess glucose into glycogen, a storage form, packing it into dense granules inside hepatocytes. If glycogen stores are full, the liver converts the remaining glucose into fat, in a process called de novo lipogenesis. The liver also processes amino acids, removing the nitrogen as urea and converting the carbon skeletons into glucose or energy molecules. After the liver processes the meal, glucose is released into the systemic circulation, ready to be taken up by every cell in the body. Now glucose enters a cell, and the real energy production begins in a process called glycolysis. Glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm, and it splits one glucose molecule into two molecules of pyruvate, producing a small but immediate yield of ATP. Glycolysis produces only 2 ATP molecules from one glucose, a tiny fraction of what is available, but it happens fast without needing oxygen. The 2 pyruvate molecules produced, each carrying 3 carbons, now enter the mitochondria, where the real ATP bonanza begins. Inside the mitochondrial matrix, pyruvate dehydrogenase removes 1 carbon as carbon dioxide, converting each pyruvate into acetyl-CoA, the fuel that enters the Krebs cycle. Acetyl-CoA enters the Krebs cycle, also called the citric acid cycle, the most elegant carbon recycling system in all of biology. The Krebs cycle does not produce much ATP directly. Its real purpose is to strip electrons from carbon compounds, loading them onto electron carrier molecules, NADH and FADH2. Now the loaded electron carriers deliver their electrons to the electron transport chain, the most powerful ATP-producing system on Earth. Electrons flow through the chain, releasing energy at each step, and that energy is used to pump protons across the membrane, creating a gradient of extraordinary electrical and chemical potential. This proton gradient, this dam of charged particles, is the most extraordinary energy source in biology, and it drives the most beautiful molecular machine ever discovered, ATP synthase. As protons flow back through ATP synthase, the molecule spins like a turbine, and with each rotation, it produces 3 molecules of ATP. At the end of the electron transport chain, electrons combine with oxygen, and oxygen is the final electron acceptor, combining with hydrogen to form water. From one single molecule of glucose, the complete aerobic pathway produces between 30 and 38 molecules of ATP. ATP is now used to power everything: muscle contraction, nerve firing, protein synthesis, cell division, every biological process you can name. At rest, your body produces and consumes roughly 40 kilograms of ATP every single day, recycling each ATP molecule hundreds of times. This is why food quality matters at a cellular level. Complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, and complete proteins provide the most efficient molecular fuel for your mitochondria. Your mitochondria are not just energy factories. They are ancient bacterial partners that merged with our ancestors 2 billion years ago. And every meal you eat is feeding them. The next time you eat, remember, you are not just satisfying hunger. You are fueling the most extraordinary energy system in the known universe.